beautiful people, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna walk you through the 15 to 20 minutes glute workout I did this morning at home, just in case anyone who doesn't want to go to the gym or doesn't have time, or for any other reason that you want to really target your glutes at home, or you can even bring this routine at the gym with you, and as you will see, it will really burn your glutes. So I really hope you enjoy. If you do, then please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, because it does support my little tiny channel. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So first of all, I just want to say that any of these exercises, you can do them back to back into a circuit. So you can do each one of them after the other and then rest and then do it again another time for about maybe 4 to 5 times. Otherwise, what I did personally was to do each exercise once, take a 30 to 20 seconds rest, and then do it again, and like that for 4 times, and then pass to the next exercise. So it's completely up to you how you want to customize it. You can obviously add more things, you can take off a few things if it's too hard, absolutely up to you. So I think it's quite useful because you can make it more dynamic, you can increment some jumps in between to make it more of a cardio hit session, or you can just isolate each exercise. They don't require any equipment at all. I did use a roller, but just to get a measurement of how deep go into the squat, otherwise you don't even need that one. You might need a chair, or I use my couch to do some hip thrusts. And I did use a band, but as you will see, you can do exactly the same exercise without the band. Just make sure to have that mind muscle connection and you'll be totally fine. So yes, without further ado, let's get into the workout. The first exercise I did was a combination of squat and lunge. So first I squatted, and then I went into reverse lunge with one leg, and then again the other side, and then back into a squat and back into lunges. So it's quite a dynamic, quick exercise that will really target your glutes, your hamstrings, and even a little bit your quads, but not too much. It just depends on whether you put your weight into your heel, and that will make sure that you use the back muscle of your legs, so your glutes and your hamstrings. If you want to do it a little bit harder, again, if you want to increment a bit of heat and cardio, you can put a jump in between each step. So you can go into a deep squat, then jump into a lunge, then jump into the other side, and then back jump into a squat. So again, it's completely up to you. I usually do them for 20 to 15 seconds and then take a breather and then either go to the next exercise or repeat it. Just make sure that your back stays straight and that you really have that mind muscle connection and you really feel the glutes burning, because I can assure you they will hurt. Next, especially if you did increment some jumping, I decided to do something more calm. So I just grabbed, for example, the roller or anything else, just to give you an indicator of how low you're going to the squat, and I did some double pulses sumo squats. So that allowed me to really target the glutes and at the same time recover my breath, and I really wanted to make sure that my back was straight, that I was doing the double pulses at the bottom quite controlled, and then back up, and again I repeated that for 20 to 30 seconds. Next, after getting my breath back, I decided to target my hamstrings. So I grabbed just a piece of cloth that I could find, and I went into the floor and I placed my heel on the cloth. Put my back straight, I engaged my lats just to make sure that my back was straight and my arms were planting me down on the floor, because again, if you don't have a roller or you don't have any other machine, this exercise can be quite tough. So yes, just make sure that you are very controlled and in position. Put your heels on the cloth, and now by basically trying to make sure that your hips are in the same position, steady, and they move the minimum, you will extend your leg forward, and then to drive back the legs, you will make sure to use your hamstring, and I promise you will feel them. You will feel them burning to drag your feet back towards you. Again, if it's too difficult, you can totally put one foot on the floor and then one heel at a time on the cloth, and do it unilaterally, so that again it takes away a little bit of the weight, it takes away a little bit of the strain that your hamstring are feeling, and that will be a better solution if it is too hard for you. Next, we go back to some glute isolation. I decided to do some hip thrusts. Now I did it on the top of my sofa just because it was a little bit more stable than the bottom. But again, this is just because it's my couch. I'm pretty sure that if you have any other couch that is even slightly better than this, you will be able to just position your back on the seat. So yes, you just position yourself, make sure that you don't enlarge your back too much. Just always engage your core just to make sure that your back is straight, and go down just by relaxing the glute muscles, and make sure to go back up just engaging your glutes muscles. So again, this is really an exercise of mind muscle connection, and you will feel your muscle burning, and you will do that again for 20 to 30 seconds. If you don't have a couch available, or you don't have a chair, or you would rather have slightly less range of motion because this is uncomfortable, then that's completely fine. You can substitute it for a glute bridge where you put yourself on the floor and you do exactly this contraction. Otherwise, you can also do it in addition to it, so you can leave it later on and just do a glute bridge. Then, to target the side of your glutes, you do a little bit of abduction. So you place a band if you have it around your knees, otherwise that's completely fine, you can do it without it. And you do 2 lateral steps and 2 lateral steps on the other side, and that will really engage the side of your glutes, especially if you do have that mind muscle connection. And you will do that for 20 to 30 seconds. From there, we're gonna go into a glute bridge position, and in this time, because any exercise that's bilateral, there might be a chance that either side of your glutes might take over. Then we're gonna do a one side at a time glute bridge. So basically, you're gonna put your weight on your heel on one leg, you're gonna lift slightly the other leg that is not working, and you're gonna make sure to go your way up just using that glute on the side that your foot is on the floor. So you're gonna do that for, let's say, 15 seconds, and then you're gonna switch sides, and then you're gonna do with the other leg for another 15 seconds. And finally, at the end of this circuit or series of exercises, depending how you're playing it, if it wasn't enough, we're gonna have a glute burnout. So you're gonna go again onto the glute bridge position with your band or without, and basically you're gonna contract your glutes to lift your trunk up. You're gonna stand in position and you're gonna do hip abduction for a minute. Now, I'm telling you, this is really hard, it's gonna break sweat, it's gonna really burn, but then it's gonna be the perfect finisher to really give the last pump to your glutes and finish out the workout. So you're gonna do hip abduction again for 1 minute. If you did use the band and then it's too hard, you can definitely slip it off and keep going for the rest of the minute without. Just make sure again to have that mind muscle connection, and that your legs, the abduction is from the side of the glutes rather than from your knees. So it's not your knees that are gonna drive out, but it's the lateral muscle of your glutes that are gonna literally bring your leg out. So that's it for me. This was a killer workout, to be honest. You can make it really easy by going slower, by doing less seconds, by taking longer rests, or you can do it really intense and hard by incrementing jumps, by doing really quickly, but again, not too quick that you don't do that mind-muscle connection. And you can do it for as long as you want. If you just have 10 minutes, 15 minutes, even 20 minutes, that's completely fine. You can bring this workout with you wherever you go, if it's at the gym or at home, and that will really allow you to get that glute pump, to build your glutes and not skip your workout if you run out of time or you have any other reason why you cannot get to the gym. So please make sure to give it a like if you like this, subscribe because it really does support my channel, and I hope I will see you next time. Ciao!